So for your project, I'm going to get you to write a chat program that's going to work over the network in the same way that our date server worked over the network. Now I'm going to give you the interface. I'm going to talk to you about how we're going to lay this thing out, and then the rest is entirely up to you. So, first thing we need to do is we need to go to File, make a new Java project. Now this Java project we're going to call Chatty. Once we've made Chatty, we're going to open up our source folder, and we're going to right click on that and make 3 new packages. The first package is going to be called callback, one word. Don't forget to use all lowercase, and callback is a single word, so I didn't capitalize that B. The second package I'm going to make in source, new package, is going to be receiver. Now this is going to act in a similar way to our date server. It's going to sit in the background and wait until a chat message comes to it, and then it's going to use the callback to call back to our main class, which is going to be in a package called sender. Callback, receiver, sender. That's where our main interface is going to go. That's going to be our little window. Now, under callback, I want you to make a new class, a new interface called callback. And inside our callback interface, see, it's an interface, not a class. Inside our callback interface, we're simply going to write the declaration for one method. So right in here, press tab. We're going to make a public method. It's going to be void, which means it doesn't return a value. And it's simply going to be, hey, I've got a message. And it's going to send that message back to our front end, our window. So let's save that, and let's worry about our window. So in the sender package, I'm going to go and make a swing application window, and I'm going to call that Chatty. Now I'm getting all those errors, and some of you had this last lesson. To fix those errors, all you have to do is delete the module info Java file from the side here, and those errors will magically disappear. Once they disappear, we can go into our design, and this is going to be our chat window. Like we did before, we're looking for layouts, and we're just going to use the cheap and nasty absolute layout. So click on absolute layout here, click on your window. We now can close all these guys. So we're just looking at components. Actually, we do need the containers, don't we? So leave that open. I'm going to put in a J text field. Now we haven't talked about these yet. It's nice and simple. It's just like an input box. And I'm going to name that, as I do, txt message. It's the message I want to send in my chat. I'm going to put in a J button, and I keep getting these errors. So I'm going to save my Chatty. I'm going to close Eclipse. And I'm going to reopen Eclipse. Go back into design. Now I'm going to add a J button to the side here, just where we did before. Whoops, having some trouble positioning that. There it is. That J button I'm going to call BTN send, because that's our send button, and the text is going to be send. Now once I've done that button, I can go back to my input box here and I can actually make it a bit longer. And you'll notice that there's one of those stops, the little blue stop that comes up. That says, yeah, you're close enough to that button, let's stop there. Like we did before, we're going to use a scroll pane. And I'm going to just make a rectangle and then reposition it, or resize it I should say, to that corner. And then to that corner. Oh, didn't work down here, did it? Get that there. It's not liking that. I will try this way. It worked for me in the last one. My scroll pane's in place, don't need any containers anymore. And of course what I want to do is rename that. So I'm going to call that SCR pane. Next I want to find my text pane and pop that into the viewport like we did before. And I'm going to rename that guy. I'm going to call it TXT chat, because that's where my chat's going to go. I don't want this one to be editable because I'm going to edit it in the background. And once we've done that, we now have a user interface ready for chat. I can test that. Don't forget, it's still going to have our date client stuff all up here. We haven't set this up to be launched in here yet, so to do that we can run it from here. Now we've got our text box here. We can put in some labels and things to make this a bit better. And we've got a send button that does nothing at the moment. We've got our text pane there that's not editable. If I click on it and try and tow it, nothing happens. So that's your user interface. Now, most of the rest is up to you.